What if I could show you how your business could generate more consistent, predictable transactions while taking up less stress and time? It doesn't matter whether you're a new agent or an experienced agent, nor does it matter whether you have a monthly marketing budget of $0 or $10,000. If you need consistent transactions or improved systems, this video is for you. My name is Oliver, I'm the founder of Inabox, and I'm going to show you this new real estate business framework that many people are calling the most effective and easy to follow marketing strategy in the industry. I'm sure you're probably wondering at this point, what does Inabox actually do? Inabox helps realtors stop worrying about where the next transaction is coming from, so they can spend more time scaling their business and less time worrying about how to make it sustainable. Let's back up a little bit. Even before I created Inabox, I knew that being a realtor was extremely difficult. I had heard that most people in this industry don't make it past 5 years, and I knew that it was bad, but in reality, the situation was far worse than I had initially thought. I originally thought that the failure rate in real estate was between 50 to 60%, but I was shocked to learn that the failure rate was actually closer to 90%, and the 10% that did succeed were running businesses that were barely profitable, extremely stressful, and provided little to no actual freedom in their lives. See, most people who get into real estate have ambitions of creating financial and time freedom for themselves and for their families, but they very quickly feel as though they have to adapt to this harsh new reality that their business will only ever offer them an unstable income and constant insecurity of where their next paycheck will even come from. And that's when Inabox became more than just a business. It became a mission. That's why Inabox focuses exclusively on this one thing, putting you in a position where you never again have to worry about where that next transaction is going to come from. See, when it comes to running a real estate business, a lack of consistency almost always comes down to at least one of three things. Number one, the agent doesn't have a brand that builds credibility or recognition in the market. And without a brand, best case scenario, people will just see them as another one of the 1,000 agents in their area. Worst case scenario, nobody even knows that they exist. Number two, they don't have the automations or systems in place to nurture, follow up, qualify, and develop meaningful, long-lasting connections and relationships with the leads in their database. And lastly, they have no ways to consistently generate leads. And without leads, there are no transactions coming in. And so if you're feeling like you're unsure about where your next transaction is going to come from, I'd ask you, which of these buckets would you place yourself in? Do you feel like you need to improve your brand so that more people will see you as the expert in the market? Do you think it's because you don't have the systems in place to predictably nurture your database? Or would you say that it's because you don't have lead gen strategies set up to consistently generate high quality leads into your pipeline? That's why these are the three pillars of the Inabox system: brand, automate, scale. Now let's break each one of these down. A brand allows you to become known as the expert and will generate business for you round the clock. Your brand is what works for you even when you're not actually working yourself. It's what gets people reaching out to you, because this is what puts you in front of your ideal market, keeps you top of mind, and solidifies you as the undisputed authority in real estate. So for context, think about that one agent in your market. You know the one I'm talking about, the uber successful agent that everybody knows about, that's absolutely crushing it. That first name that came to your mind right there. That's the power of a brand. That's what they've built, and that's why they are that person. The next step is automation. So automations allow you to nurture leads long-term, which means that even if somebody isn't ready to buy right now, you can still nurture them with zero effort, so that in 6 to 12 months or whenever it is, whenever they're ready to buy or sell, you've remained top of mind this entire time, because otherwise it becomes pointless generating leads that aren't ready to buy right now, because without follow-up systems in place, those leads become worthless. And that's why automation is so important. And lastly, scale, otherwise known as lead gen, is literally the lifeblood of your business, because running a real estate business without lead gen strategies is like fishing without a net. And relying solely on referrals for your business is like going fishing and just waiting for a fish to jump right onto your boat. Sure, it might happen from time to time, but you certainly wouldn't call this a strategy. I know that for me, waiting for referrals is not a lead gen strategy, at least as far as I'm concerned. And it's certainly not something that you can rely on for that one thing that we're always focusing on is consistency, predictability. Again, not having to worry about where that next transaction is coming from. And waiting for referrals is not a strategy. Now, I want to tell you a story about Mo. Before Mo actually joined Inabox, she felt like her marketing strategy was out of sync. There was no clear direction about what she should be posting on social media, how to create a schedule to post consistently, who she should be targeting in her marketing, which online channel she should even be using, how to build her authority and credibility, and how to leverage attraction marketing to get people reaching out to her. But after just a couple of weeks of leveraging Inabox's brand strategies, she got 15 new followers, started 18 quality conversations with total strangers that reached out to her, and generated 10 5-star reviews to her Google business profile. How about Stephanie, who used Inabox Automate strategies to scale her business by not only generating more leads, but also nurturing them while saving more time and energy than ever before? Or how about Matt, who literally generated more online leads with $300 ad spend using our scale strategies than most lead gen agencies would be able to for upwards of $10,000? Or how about Annette, who used our brand strategies to rank on the first page of Google in literally a weekend, which generates consistent transactions for her with zero effort on her part? Not to mention, this process also led to multiple local news outlets asking her to come live on air to share her expert opinion on the local housing market. Or how about Craig, who said that because of the amount of value that we were able to instill in his business in just 2 months of working with us, he would have literally paid 10 times what he did pay to get the same results. Imagine what your business would be like if you never had to worry about where your next transaction is coming from. If you're ready to get off that GCI roller coaster like these guys that I just spoke about and start building the business that you used to just dream about, and you feel like Inabox could help make that a reality, click the button below to book a free demo. We'll give you a walkthrough of the Inabox system and demonstrate how or where or even if we could use our system, we could use Inabox to explode your results and turn your business into a scalable, predictable, commission-generating machine. So click the button below to get that demo.